Shout out to the two, man. Welcome back to the grid. Y'all know what time it is. It's time to drop these top fives, and based on the votes, it would be the edge rushers. Now, like I said in the previous video, make sure you're following your boy on Twitter. I will be doing these daily, so whatever you guys vote on is what you will be seeing. And so with that being said, man, let's jump right into this list. And as you can see from the title of this video, Zadarius Smith is the better edge rusher than Khalil Mack, man. I'm sorry I had to break the news to you casuals out there. Khalil Mack is just a name right now, fellas. He's just a name right now. Zadarius Smith is better. So there's, like I said, like I always say, no bias in these lists, just facts. So you can have a good idea as to where he would be on this list, but where would Khalil Mack be ranked? Is he even on the top five? We're gonna find out, man. We definitely gonna find out. First, we gotta name the honorable mentions though, and that would be Von Miller, of course. You gotta always throw in Von Miller. Von Miller, Nick Bosa, even Joey Bosa. The Bosa brothers, both of them is amazing, man. There's a lot of amazing edge rushers out there, man. It's definitely a lot of amazing ones. Now Joey, he was close to actually making the top five. If I had to pick one out of these three guys that I mentioned, but since since Nick and Von Miller is pretty much coming off of an injury, I have no idea how they're going to perform coming into this season. Just to say that. But Joey has been amazing for the Chargers, and but these five guys that I have in front of them, I just feel like will be even better. So without any further ado, man, let's jump right into it. And coming in at number 5 is in fact Khalil Mack, man. Khalil Mack is number 5. Now before you go off, just look at his numbers, man. Just look at what he's been doing since his first season in Chicago, man. He bought out in Chicago his first year, but since then, man, production has been on a downward spiral. Now, that's not to say that he's terrible, because obviously a down year for Khalil Mack is a great year for a lot of guys, which is why he's still in the top 5. But Khalil Mack right now is just not the top edge rusher in the game. He's top 5, got him at 5. And so that's where I have him at. Like I said, no bias, just facts. So with that being said, we have to jump in to number 4, and number 4 is Shaquille Barrett. Now he's another top defender that was on that Super Bowl defense. I spoke on Devin White yesterday in the top 5 linebackers. I had Devin White, I believe, at number 3. Shaquille Barrett is another amazing edge rusher in this league. Production was a little bit down in comparison to his previous seasons, but like I said, that's more so with context. You got to understand, the year before Tom Brady got there, man, they had the defenses on the field a lot more than what they were last year. And so if you have a guy giving up the ball 30 plus times, of course you're going to get on the field, get more opportunities, get more, potential sacks and stuff like that. And so obviously his numbers was a lot better the prior season. But now that he has a quarterback that's not really turning over the football, now your production starts to go down just a little bit. But the impact, keyword, impact is still the same. So Shaquille Barrett would be number 4 on my list. Number 3 is actually the guy in the title. I wasn't gonna go too crazy with Zadarius. Now, like I said, there's no bias here, and so, but I truly believe that Zadarius Smith is a top 3 edge rusher in the game, man. He's one of the most slipped on pass rushers in the league for some weird reason, man. Because the production is there. Each year that he's been with the Green Bay Packers, he has performed, and he's done better than most. He's actually done better than Khalil Mack, and so Zadarius Smith, one of the top 3 edge rushers in the league, in my opinion. So shout out to Zadarius. Don't sleep on that guy. Pay attention to him. Now, he is in a new scheme this year. He will be in a new scheme, so it's going to be interesting to see how he's being used, to see how his numbers reflect that. Hell, his numbers might go up. His numbers might go down a little bit, depending on where they put him at, seeing as Mike Pettin is now gone, Joe Barry is now in, and so we're going to see where they actually have Zadarius at, man. So it's going to be curious to see for the Green Bay Packers perspective. But off of number 3, it's time to move on to number 2, and number 2 is Myles Garrett. Now, the only reason why he's not number 1 is because it's a guy that's better than him in his own division. It's the same as Khalil Mack, where it's a guy that's better than him in his own division. The same falls for Myles Garrett. So y'all know where I'm going with number 1. But number 2 right now is Myles Garrett, who's already a monster. And then you add a guy such as Jadeveon Clowney. Now, he's not the same Jadeveon Clowney of old, but he's still a guy that you have to pay attention to. And so you still have Jadeveon Clowney on one side. You got Myles Garrett on the other side. The Browns, low key, man. The Browns have a great defense on paper. On paper, I gotta repeat, on paper, because there's a lot of new pickups in that secondary. But overall, that Browns defense, man, that Browns team in general is very, very good, man. They can make some noise in the AFC North, man. We're gonna see if them boys is actually ready to really make that next step. But as a team, that Browns team is very, very underrated, very, very good in my opinion. And so, like I said, Myles Garrett coming in number 2 on my list. But number 1, like I mentioned, is of course TJ Watt, man. None other than TJ Watt, man. He's hands down the best edge rusher in the game. Some will even say that he was robbed of Defensive Player of the Year. If you were to give it to TJ Watt, I want to argue it, but at the same time, not arguing if Aaron Donald won it, which he ended up doing. And so, but I mean, hell, TJ Watt has been in the league, 3 years now, going into his 4th year. This is something that, this is amazing, that what you're seeing from TJ Watt. And so he's only going to get better as he gets older and as he enters his prime. And so you got to keep that in mind. But that's my list, man. That is my top 5, man. Just a quick recap as to what I had. Khalil Mack, number 5. Shaquille Barrett, 4. Zadarius Smith, 3. Myles Garrett, 2. TJ Watt, number 1, man. So let me know how y'all feeling about that top 5 list. If you have any issues with it, let me know in the comment section below, man. Don't hesitate to comment in the comment section. Don't hesitate to share the stream. Like I said, we back. The grid is back. NFL season is right around the corner, and I can't wait to really jump into this season, man. Fade podcast on the way. All that good stuff, man. Definitely all that good stuff, and we here. And so, like I said, if you like the video, go ahead and like the video. Comment in the comment section below. Subscribe if you are new. But it's your boy KDG, y'all. Y'all be easy. And I'm out. Peace.